Everyone, welcome to our dysfunctional family where we put the fun in dysfunctional. This is the My Surprise Sister podcast, and I'm Lisa.
I'm Cayla, and we are the Surprise Sisters.
That's right.
When I turned 25, I found out I had an extra sister that did somewhere on Earth, and after a little bit of time, actually, almost 6 years now, this is where we are.
Yes. And it has been an incredible journey of getting to know each other and finding out how, even when we were little and didn't know each other, our lives crossed paths and how similar our upbringings were in ways, but yet how different they were. Um, and to building just an incredible relationship and getting to know each other now has been a journey. And we would love to invite you along. And hopefully, if you have a long lost sibling or cousin or any family member, even a friend from when you were little and you've been able to reach out to them, we hope you will find community within us and join us for our crazy ride.
Yes, with 23andMe, Ancestry.com, I feel like stories like ours are becoming more and more mainstream. And while this may have happened back in the day, things are being handled differently in these days. And we did not have a manual that we could go pick up about how to navigate this type of situation. So we are hoping that sharing our story and our thoughts and feelings on this might be just an extra way for people going through something similar to feel solace in that you are not alone. It will be okay.
Yes,
And
I
this
love
is
that.
uniquely normal.
Uniquely normal. I love that. It's like perfectly imperfect.
Yes.
We're allowed to, this is our space. We've been talking about doing this for a while and really kind of making like an official document on what our journey has been for our future families and uh, for our friends and for people that really are in the same type of position we are. Like you said, it's not as abnormal or hush hush as it used to be. And I think that's so special because what the world needs now is just more connection and more love. And hopefully, we'll help bring some families together. Wouldn't that be awesome?
That would
Like,
be
just, I know,
awesome.
if that just clicked in my head, like that would be fucking awesome.
That would be. We should build a reality show off of this too. Because I've
Me too,
got
too. I like the stories.
a cousin actually who went through something like that. We could, she's your cousin too, because she's on that side, who met long lost family in a different country thanks to a reality TV show.
What?
True story.
What is happening right now?
So yeah, it's a
There's
little
so
different
many of us
situation.
that were just like popping up everywhere.
It's true. None of us are related, but we're all related.
Yes. And so, really, what we want to do, aside from hopefully bringing people together and creating an awesome community of families and people who are looking to make connection and build relationships, is really talk about all the stuff maybe that doesn't get seen, right? Like the good, the bad, the uncomfortable, and the really uncomfortable. Because there is some that we have had to navigate. And like you said, there's no rule book, and how we've been able to build a relationship and get to know each other outside of the individual that created us, right? Has been, to me, a testament of just the love and connection that we do feel for each other.
Yes, and I feel that chosen family is very important to me. Just because we share blood doesn't mean you're family, but our blood gave us a gateway to build our chosen family with each other, and you just happen to share genetics with me.
Right.
And it's outside of, like you said, outside of our relationship with him, outside of our connection to each other through him. We were
Right.
able to build a bigger community with our family. We made a bigger tribe.
Right. And the other thing that we just really want to make known to everyone as we've been talking to our families about starting this and really diving into our experience is this is our story. We know it's unique. We are not looking to share anybody else's story. Um, my biological father obviously has his story and his truth, and he needs to sit in that. And I respect that a lot. Um, but as adults, Kayla and I, we have ours, and it's going to be really fun to just kind of dive deep and selfishly, like, I'm like very excited to find out what more we're going to learn about each other that we don't know. And like if it's going to be parallel, because I feel like some things are just mind blowing. The nature
I
versus nurture
agree.
of it all.
It is, we are a walking biologist's dream, and that's coming as a as a biologist. What
Right?
it's so interesting. I would love to have a case study on
Yeah.
us done, because the nurture is definitely real, but the nature is overwhelming.
Yes. Yes. Especially when it comes to the love of the animals. Like that to me was our first.
That was a big one. Yes.
Yeah, wild. So
Buckle in for a bumpy ride.
yes, buckle up, Buttercup, because we're going. We're going. And I think that it's awesome. Like, we're not scared to go there, ask each other the weird, hard questions, the ugly questions. Um, you may see some of our family members join us at some point, which would be so much fun. And we would love to really, as we said, it's about connecting and making that family that we've always wanted and making our family look like what we want it to be and feel how we want it to be. And so that's hopefully what we will do with you guys too. Our online community is connect and get to know everyone and hear your stories and see, the similarities, the differences, and get to know each other. These first few episodes, I would say season 1 is really about our experience and how Kayla found out about me and took the bravest step known to man, right? To reach out, and how we've kind of built that family and how our families have reacted, because it wasn't just the two of us. It was a real family situation for sure.
It was definitely a ripple of, this is not just involving 2, 3, 4 people, and
Mhm.
watching it touch everybody of extended family, even on my mother's side, who really have absolutely no involvement in what you would think in this dynamic with you. Of, it has touched everybody. And we've taken, I feel like, a lot of time and effort to feel those ripples with our family, and we want to share those with you as well, and share our truth of the pebble that caused the ripples, and how we treasure that pebble and made it the unique relationship that we have today.
Yeah. And it's so true how one person's decision, because it really was, right? In the beginning, one person's decision that could change the trajectory of people's lives and what we thought our life was and our truth, and to come together and find out that things aren't always what they seem, no matter how picture perfect a family is. There's always something going on behind the scenes. And this was ours.
Sometimes the what can seem as one of the biggest, I don't want to say obstacle, but what you see as the biggest negative really does become the biggest positive you could come up with, because obviously there were a lot of emotions um, involved, a lot of negative emotions, but I don't, I can't imagine not having you in my world anymore.
Okay.
And it's crazy looking back of like, wow, she really didn't exist for a lot of this.
I just popped up one day.
Yeah, just showed
Yeah.
up, and I've had kittens do the same thing, but
I feel like it's a unique honor to be compared to a kitten that just shows up at your door. I feel
and
like in
sticks
our
around.
family, that's like a very like unique honor. Like I feel like we should clarify that, right? Because we're the people that if you see an animal on the street or even in somebody else's house, you're like, oh, I love you. I could bring you home. Yeah.
Yes, for sure. It gets us into trouble, but we're definitely we love you, you're in the family type people.
Yes,
Whether you like it or not, we love you.
that's great.
So why
So
won't we share the love across podcast platforms and see who else will feel it
extend our
too?
family. And who knows, maybe we have a surprise brother or sister out there too that will eventually join us. Like
It
we don't
sound
know.
with it it's impossible to know right now, and that sounds like a season 2 thing.
Oh, I don't feel like our Kardashian like mastery of media and entertainment could really foreshadow such things, right? For a season two.
We really
But
could use a
I
Chris
mean,
Jenner.
if you're out there, brother or
Chris
sister,
Oh,
call me.
yes. I thought you were
Maybe
calling
Chris
for Chris
Jenner. I would
Jenner.
be fine.
I would kill to have Chris Jenner here for this. Sorry. Love you, Chris.
We digress. We do that. ADD runs in families.
It really does.
It's genetic. Thank you all for joining us for this first episode of My Surprise Sister. We hope you'll come back and join us as we really stand in our truth in a family full of secrets.
We look forward to welcoming you all to our community that we're working so hard to build in our light of truth, and hope you feel that community that we are outreaching to you.